Hi. It's covered in paint here. Like my shirt. So anyway, gonna be answering some questions that I kind of neglected while I was busy during spring quarter. I had a lot to do with 3 studio classes. There's so much work to do. You definitely have to be really good at scheduling your time in order to succeed at 3 studio classes. So keep that in mind if you're transferring. Keep some GE that you know you can balance really well, because it makes it so much easier. Anyway, my first question is double majors, pros and cons. The pros about a double major is that you're learning more and that you're going to have more time to develop your skills. The cons are that it's going to take a long time and it's going to be really expensive, and in the end it doesn't really, like, that time being spent doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be better, like, off with the job. I mean, you might have more skills, but those skills can just be made and developed while you're in your job. So you have to realize that. Also, you have to realize, like, time. I mean, for me, the big thing that threw me off of a double major, because I really was considering it for a while, was just the fact that I have to be at school for 5 years more, like, longer. And from now, like, it would be another 5 years right now. And it was like, I don't know, I love school, but I don't know if I could handle being in school that long. So that really threw me off. It's expensive. Scad is very expensive. If you can afford it, I don't see why not. Just go ahead, do it. Strive. But most of us don't, have the money. So don't feel bad. I know I felt bad at first because painting is something I really enjoy and I love, but you just gotta realize that you can develop a lot of these things on your own. A lot of art, once you get the basics, it's just seeking other people's opinions and stuff. And here's my little Wan-Wan! The camera, little Wan-Wan. He's the Wan-Wan. He's eating me alive. Okay. So, yeah. It's expensive. Takes a lot of time. Might not be worth it for you. Especially, it just depends on, like, think about how your major, both of them would combine. Are they completely different in the fields, or do they go hand in hand? And then if they go hand in hand, can you get away with a minor? Because really, it's not, sometimes it's not worth the time. Especially in art, because it's like a skill that you can develop over time. Usually by just continuing to develop it with practice. It's not like you have to read a textbook or there's some secret formula that you're missing. It's just repetition and seeking out techniques from others and stuff. So you can definitely do that, and I think that kind of goes for art school in general. I've noticed, if you're already really good at something and you already know, like, all of the ins and outs of it, and that's really arrogant kind of saying that you know everything about something before you've even, like, gone to college, but if you feel like you know something, like, you could pretty much go out and make a business of it, why are you really going to college? I mean, you can make connections, but it's like, if you don't know, I mean, if you already know that you can, like, make a job off it, then you really don't need to be going to college to learn how to make a job off it. So think about that kind of stuff too before you go to college. In my classes, I had quite a few assignments since I was taking 3 studios, and one of the assignments was to make a mini comic book, which was the last assignment for my intro class, and that was really fun. I enjoyed that a lot. And then for my drawing for storyboard class, we kind of developed, like, our own fairy tale kind of, well, it doesn't have to be a fairy tale, but it was inspired by a fairy tale, but developed a story that we had to figure out what kind of media we wanted it to be, and then we had to storyboard scene from it. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun, like, having my friends voice act for me, and that turned out really fun. I really enjoyed that, especially because storyboarding is where I want to go into as a career. So yeah, loved my storyboarding class. I'm looking forward to taking more, like, advanced storyboarding and more things that go into, like, specifically storyboards and not comics. Comics are fun, but I yeah, don't feel like I want to do that as a job yet. maybe I'll think about it more once I understand comics more, but right now storyboarding is still where I'm headed. And then for my computer class, we did a Photoshop, Illustrator, Maya, and then at the end we had a choice of either using Dreamweaver to create a web page or using After Effects to create an animation. I really wanted to update my website. I didn't get to do really what I wanted to because we didn't really go over coding. We just went over how to use Dreamweaver in the most basic way. So yeah, you can check out my website on my page, my channel page. I should have a link. So go ahead and look at that if you're interested. It's really easy and basic, and yeah, I probably will change it back to what it was before. If you want to see more of my work, you can just go on my DeviantArt page. I'll be posting my comic strips up there. And my baby's coming over here. Tasha, come here. Hi. And this is my baby. Say hi. She doesn't like being held, really. There you go. Anyway, so thanks for the questions. Sorry about being so busy. Like I said, 3 stereo classes are definitely a challenge, so make sure you manage your time. I really don't plan on posting vlogs over the summer unless people keep asking me questions that I can answer. If you guys want to keep asking me questions about like stuff I can answer when I'm at school, that's fine. I just got to keep track of them. And when I get back in September, I will continue to record things from school. I know one of the things I'm looking forward to is searching out the sound design building. There's not that many sound design majors that I'm aware of, and so I kind of want to go find them out and see where they live, as in like the major where it lives, because I don't really know. I know it lives in Adler Hall, but I've never been there, so that's something to look forward to. Okay, well,